Thanks, Devin. Well, many children are shy and don't like to talk in public, and this could be concerning to a parent as it could be a sign of selective mutism. Here this morning to tell us more about that is Nurse Christina Paris. Good morning, Nurse Christina.
Hi.
How are you doing today?
Good morning. Doing great.
Thank you for joining us this morning.
Thank you.
So, what is selective mutism?
So it's really a form of anxiety.
Okay.
It's under that diagnosis, but it actually affects 1 in 140 children, which is more frequent than I thought. Just in our state or in my little community of friends, I've met 2 people whose children have selective mutism, which is what prompted my curiosity. Typical ages are 2 to 4. And it's twice as likely that it's female affected. And more than 70% meet the criteria for anxiety. Not all, but yeah.
And this is different than autism, right?
It is. It is not autism. It's more an anxiety disorder.
All right. So what is the difference between just being shy and selective mutism?
So when your kids are shy, and we all know we have those kids that kind of hide behind you, but eventually when mom says, she asked you a question, they'll typically be able to answer that. When kids have selective mutism, so they're going to display signs like they're going to be completely paralyzed or frozen. They'll be very clingy, stiff and rigid. They might whisper to a trusted individual or struggle to make eye contact. And they rely on like pointing or writing things down. So those are kind of the big signs that you want to watch for.
And will like a trusted individual be like a parent or close
Absolutely.
family member?
Grandmother, maybe a sibling.
Okay. All right. And then what can cause this?
So again, it's an anxiety disorder, not necessarily connected with PTSD, although some thought that could be it. Very shy. They might just be afraid of public speaking, things like that.
Gotcha. And is there any treatments for this?
So there are treatments. You can go and you definitely want to, if you suspect something like this, you definitely want to go and talk to your provider. Talk to your children's teachers. They're great resources for any kind of learning disability or something like that. And the big thing is if it's left untreated, it can lead to isolation. So with COVID, we're seeing heightened, we're seeing more of this because people are, schools are closed and people have worked from home. And so we're seeing more, but it can lead to low self-esteem, social anxiety disorders that, if not managed, can go into adulthood.
Okay. Right. And then what can parents do to just help their child out with this?
So I think the big thing is you want to develop their skills. You focus on things that they can do instead of on what they can't do. You don't want to ever shame a child who is shy or uncomfortable with speaking, but you want to be able to help out. When I was raising my children, the Gen X's, we were helicopter parents. We were told we'd come in and swoop in and save. And these new millennial parents are snowplow parents, so they just remove all obstacles altogether. But we don't want to do that. We want to try to encourage kids to learn and develop on their own. And you can talk to your school about developing accommodations through the 504 program or get an IEP, which is an individual education plan. So anytime your child is struggling in school, talk to the administrators, counselors about getting these kind of tools activated to help.
All right. Well, I learned something new every day. I didn't even know about this condition until yesterday when I was.
I hadn't either.
So.
Yeah, until I came across two people who have told me about it, and I thought, wow, this is really interesting.
It is. So thank you for coming in today, and we will talk to you again next week.
Absolutely. Thank you.
Yep.